Evening, everybody. Playback pause. I'm listening to Winamp here. Hi. I'm ESEA-O giving you the play-by-play for tonight's match, which is happening for about another 5 minutes, sadly. We only have all the members of ViciousGaming within the server, and we're actually waiting for pretty much the entire PurpleCobra team to actually decide to join the game. I think we only have one member here. Yeah, one member of PurpleCobras in here. 5 minutes after match time. Oh, there's a second. There goes Fabri. Alright, so we're going to need about 4 more players before we actually start with the match, so that I do not expect it to actually go live within 5 minutes. In the meantime, you folks out there can head over to our IRC channel over at PwnPwnage.tv. Almost a television, but it's not. It's .tv. PwnPwnage.tv on IRC.GameSurge.net or IRC.QuakeNet.org. And you'll be able to get your shoutouts into me. Just message PwnageTV at ESEA-O within our channel, and I will be able to read your shoutouts live on air during the match. And actually, it looks like we are having everybody actually coming into the server now all of a sudden. That's cool, so might as well just keep it live with what we got and just roll with it. Awesome! I'm giving thumbs up, but you guys can't actually see it. So, invisible thumbs up for, you know, hey, the game's getting awesome. Hey, did you read about the new TF2 update that came out today? Holy crap, you can actually play back demos! Finally! Where was this update, like, years ago? Shout out to Leonardo Big Leg Gonzalez from Lang. Thank you, Lang, who's giving me a shout out from in-game. Thank you. Another shout out from in-game coming from ViciousGaming Sheep. Shout out to Clockwork Traps. Alright, cool. Shout out to T2 Marshall, too. Alright. Anyway, we did get a couple of other shout outs. Oh, I wanna personally thank everybody out there who decided to wish me a happy birthday. As I actually just got one from Bada. Shout out to Leo for not dying for another year. Thank you, Bada. Awesome. And, you know, those of you who messaged me on my Facebook or gave me a message on Steam, you know, I appreciate it. Thanks. And I decided to spend my birthday night by giving something to you guys out there. Another Team Fortress 2 match, so why not? And now I'm getting some lag. I hope that's not me that's lagging, and it's just the Source TV, because if it's me, then we got a problem with the stream. And I don't want to have any problems with the stream. Alright. If anyone hasn't heard, FPS Banana has been giving out free viruses today. Here's a Steam post. Oh, thank you for the warning, Mushroom. I download a lot of stuff from FPS Banana all the time. Thank you. It's like, good, I didn't get that. Alright. Super Pie is giving a shout out to Nova for smelling like stupid. Alright, so as for the match that we're watching today, PurpleCobras versus ViciousGaming, and why is it lagging so badly? Let me just like retry the server and see what happens. Alright, both of these teams are going to be playing in the ESEA Open Season 6 or 5. Is it 5 or 6? I keep forgetting. Lower bracket finals. Both of these teams being knocked down to the lower bracket by Team Nextel, and hey, the game's working good again. All I had to do was just reconnect. And yeah, both of them are actually going to be competing against each other tonight to determine who of these two teams is not only going to be going into the grand finals, but it's going to be going into a rematch against a team that knocked them into the lower bracket to begin with. Loser of this match is going to be staying in at 3rd place, whereas the winner is going to be attempting to fight for 1st.
Badlands are pretty good, but I prefer a gluwash.
Thank you, Lang. Thank you very much. Have you guys ever punched your bladder to make yourself pee? Quoted by AFK.
We have 2 scouts flanking left side. Oh, this will not happen on
I guess Leo built a not dying machine, so Star Pilot. No. So this is actually the first broadcast that we're going to be doing for Team Fortress 2 that is post-engineer update. Now the engineer update did come out last Thursday, and it introduced us 3 new weapons for the engineers, some class balance changes, which might actually affect competition. Not too much though. The gunboats almost definitely. The soldier takes more damage from gunboats, so it's going to make it a little bit more deadly for him to try and dive medics. But there was also the sandwich nerf, which basically means that heavies can't just sit there and spam sandwich eating. They gave it a 30-second cooldown, even when you toss it now, though. So it's a buff to toss sandwiches, but a nerf to spam eating sandwiches. But more like they just balanced it. And what was the last item that was changed? Oh yeah, the Tribal Man Shiv, I think it was. Yeah, they gave the bleed lower time, and it does less damage now, and I think it's pretty worthless, to be honest. As for the engineer updates, I'm not sure how that's going to affect competition. I have not managed to play a single match during the entire week on Pug NA, because every time I checked, there weren't any matches happening, and then when there were, I'm playing Borderlands with a friend, or Resident Evil 5 or something, or pugging it up in TF2 with some buddies of mine. So, like, other things took priority over pugging. I probably could have just joined MPUK TF2 now that I think about it, because they're on during that time. In my personal opinion, I do not believe that the Gunslinger is going to do jack shit for the engineering competition. I do not think that it is worth it because of the extreme lack of firepower. Considering that the sentry itself is actually weaker than a level 1 sentry, it's just not good. But in pub play, hey, it's really good against idiot people. I mean, like, I only ever had 3 hours on my engineer and 10 points before the engineer update. And then I decided to go pub it up a little, playing the engineer, and oh, look at this, I got 30 points, and I played like 3 hours of the class. Because there are some dumb people out there that do not understand, how do you deal with a level 1 sentry? Well, actually, the shotgun, my personal belief, the shotgun is a straight upgrade. I fully believe that the engineer shotgun is the front... I think it's Frontier something. I can't even remember the name. Where are you? Yeah, here it is. Frontier Justice. I think that's it. I think that's a straight upgrade over the normal shotgun. I mean, getting those crits out, I mean, you could stack those pretty well. Not to mention if, like, think of this map, for example. As engineer, I haven't tested this, of course, in the comp play, so I'm just theory crafting. Like, yeah, Badlands does have engineers being used on the last cap. So, let's say if the sentries actually manage to get at least a assist on a person as they're trying to enter the last cap, that engineer is almost guaranteed to get himself a crit or two for the Frontier Justice. And that's pretty much going to devastate a person. That's just me. The ammo limit's a bitch, but if you can get into the right position and aim well, you can wreck a person with it. I do not know about the Wrangler too good. I have no good opinion about it. I think it's great on long-range areas. Like, when you're turtling in a long-range area that where it generally cannot reach a soldier or a demo that's spamming it from a long range, then yeah, it's great. So in maps like Dust Bowl or Egypt, I think it'd work. But in competition, not at all. I think it's worthless in terms of competition. I mean, your sentry would not last that long, and people can simply just corner peek the sentry and take it down. I just think that's the way it works. It will just not work. Conflag also puts a good point. Gray Bridge here on Badlands, yeah, that you can outrange a person from there if they're coming in from choke, but if they're coming in from Valley, they can simply just go right over to it. It's not good. Oh, also, there's that whole thing where the NG can get killed. If the NG's killed while he's using the Wrangler, there's that 3 seconds where the sentry doesn't do anything, and that is awful. Like, it straight up just kills the sentry at that point, and it's just worthless. I mean, the sentry doesn't even get some pop shots out before it gets itself ripped. Looks like we need 2 more players. Actually, we have everybody in the game. We're just waiting for them to actually finish joining their teams. Alright, that's cool. We just need Fresh to join the game. We can actually get started live with the match. Did I get more shoutouts? Let's see. Warak says, shout out to ESEA-O. Love watching your cast, and shout out to my teammates Pack and Cubes for doing a nice job. Thank you, Warak. Alright. Console TF2 has no aim assist. True that. To be honest, I would almost say that Console TF2 needs aim assist. It's terrible. I mean, that's just because consoles in general need aim assist. It's difficult to aim accurately with analog sticks. There goes my phone. I've been getting phone calls all day from people wishing me a happy birthday. But hey, I got half of my birthday present today. I'm not going to go into that right now. Oh, and cake. That was awesome, too. Alright, so everybody's in the game right now. Looks like we're going to be starting off with PurpleCobras over on the blue team. And the roster rundown for tonight is going to be Cringe, Fabri, 40 Jam, Gabor, Turts McGurts, and Fresh. For ViciousGaming, we're going to be rolling with Dell, Daves, Daniel, Lang, Sheep, and Big Fucking Idiot playing the medic. You know why, Leo? Because only retards play console FPS, says Glassman. I'm going to be dead honest with you. If consoles allowed me to play an FPS with a mouse and keyboard, I would totally be playing a couple of the console shooters. Dead up. Like, I straight up would be using them, but they do not. I mean, there's some good console shooters. I mean, Gears of War 2, prime example. Uncharted. I found it to be fantastic, but, you know, hey, you roll with what you roll with. Alright, but the game is going to be now live. With, again, Cobra playing on the blue team, ViciousGaming going to be playing on the red team. We're going to have cookie cutter setups for both teams, 2 soldiers, 2 scouts, demo medic, and the fight for mid begins here for the lower bracket finals for ESEA Open. And we only started 18 minutes after match time. Cool. 1 down for both sides to start off the game, with Gabber and Daves being taken down. Fabri killed in return. So it looks like Cobra's going to be down 2 players. Cringe getting himself chased down by Daniel, half dead for Team Cobras, as VG will be taking over the mid cap for the first round of the game. Ford Jam going to be retreating with the rest of his team, as Turts McGurk is actually extremely weak, but manages to run himself back over to lobby to pick himself up a med pack. ViciousGaming going to be taking over the Spire. Lang showing the drill sergeant's hat out, and Dave with the pot hat, trying to get himself back over into the fight, catching up with the rest of his team. Second point getting taken over by ViciousGaming, as Sheep is going to be on top of the cap, wearing the bonnet. Remember, folks, Team Fortress is a game about hats. So if you're not wearing the coolest hat that's out there, you are nothing. Big friggin' idiot's going to be moving up with the rest of his team. Medic on his team, of course, holding up on that Uber. Lang going to be giving him some shelling from the lower lobby. ViciousGaming is trying to get themselves set up to be able to successfully attack that last point. We got the Ubers being popped in here by ViciousGaming, as it looks like Turts McGurk was just forced to use his Uber. ViciousGaming getting themselves torn apart, though, upon Uber entry, with Sheep, Daniel, and Dell getting themselves killed. It looks like it's going to be a back cap of the second point being taken in favor of PurpleCobras. Dave's most likely not going to attempt. No, he is going to attempt to halt that cap for just a second, but Fabri's going to go for the gank on the medic. That was actually a pretty good attempt. He went for the bait. That's the moment that soldier jumped out. Everybody else in his team came out to try and kill the VG medic. Dave's getting the kill over in the Fresh, and the second point will be taken over in favor of PurpleCobras. ViciousGaming trying to get themselves set up yet again. Let's see how they're going to be able to roll with the next push, coming back out over on the 2. Now, where is everyone coming from? Well, we got the blue team, PurpleCobras, hanging out back over on blue side Choke, getting ready to start moving in over towards mid. We got a lot of sticky bombs being trapped over in the corner, waiting for the soldier to kind of rocket jump himself around the corner. We see a very common trap put there by the demo man, in case the soldier jumps or in case anyone rounds the corner. No dedicated movement happening as of yet, but it looks like they are still going to give some harassing game from Cobra's side, trying to shell down Vicious Gaming. At this point, it's going to be determined on who gets the first gank, if possible. PurpleCobras still running themselves ahead. Weapons guys switching up there. Ooh, whoa! Both medics, that is, almost getting themselves killed. I think big freaking idiot almost got killed by a scout. Whereas Turts McGurk actually just sidestepped into a couple of rockets. You can walk it off. Thank you, Dave, our artist here in PTV. Says, Happy Black Day, Leo. Thank you, Dave. Back to the match. So far, so quiet, as nothing has actually happened within the last minute. Both teams are still playing this footsie game, trying to decide on how they're going to be pushing up, but nobody really wants to risk pushing up and getting themselves killed when they're trying to go around such a dangerous corner. I mean, there's a reason they specifically call this point choke. It's one of the few choke points that's actually on the map. Well, technically it's a bunch of scattered choke points, but that one's the tightest of them all. Unless you want to consider those little cubbies and on mid choke points. Those are a little tighter. Looks like we have some movement coming in from the valleys. Cringe gets himself killed by a pushing lane. And now VG's actually going to be pushing up since Cobras was forced to retreat to check out what was happening over at Valley. Uber pushing in from the Valley side. It looks like the Uber is going to be bounced on PurpleCobra's side. Now it's an Uberless fight. Both teams trying to get some scraps over towards each other, but PurpleCobras will come out ahead. No, here comes a return from Vicious. As he managed to take down Cobras, Gabor, and Fresh. We have a scout on top of the cap getting flanked by Fabri. And Dave's trying to get the kill over on that medic. Turts McGurk getting himself away. Sheep on the respawn. Kind of a draw there, as Vicious Gaming is now trying to... I'm not sure if they're going to attempt to finish taking over the point. Yeah, they're going to send a soldier up there to attempt to finish taking it, and he will be successful at it if they got the good spawn now. That medic is actually in a bad corner. He's getting himself shelled from above, and Daves gets the kill on Cobra's medic. Very good kill for his team, what they needed in order to be able to grab a foothold here over PurpleCobras. Cobras now realizing that they are in a very weak position, attempting to take over the second cap, but they're going to get themselves completely wiped out by the Vicious Gaming team, and VG now in an absolute advantage over the PurpleCobras team, trying to rush down over towards Last Daniel, rushing right in to take down the Demo Man, focusing on the medic. That medic is low. Turts McGurk getting himself taken down, and just a brawl now going in for the last cap, but the Scouts will come out ahead from Vicious Gaming's side, winning the first point in this lower bracket matchup. 1-0 in favor of Vicious Gaming. Big play, really, being pulled in by Daves, getting the kill over onto Turts McGurk, but really I believe it was just bad positioning overall for PurpleCobras medic. I will never say PurpleCobras right during this entire match. It is seriously a tongue twister. Game starts off with Cobra losing a single member already, with Fabri getting himself sticky bombed. I believe he was coming in from the Valley. 2 men down. Fresh getting himself killed. Soldier and Scout down over on Cobra's side. Turts McGurk is getting hurt. Might be getting rushed here by some of the Scouts. Very low in health, but Cringe is almost dead as well. Vicious Gaming losing both of their Scouts as they were attempted to come in through choke. And Cobra is almost dead, managing to get themselves out of there alive. Vicious Gaming winning the second fight for mid. Off the bat, taking it over, losing simply just their Scouts, whereas Cobra lost half of their team. Fight for choke seems to ensue, as I believe we're going to have an aggressive push being pulled in by Cobras, and it is a forced Uber for VG's side. VG now attempting to play aggressive. No, both Ubers are going to be pulled in over here. Daniel getting himself taken down. Gabor is down. Cobra is now trying to retreat through the blue house. Might be trying to gather back over to choke. Sheep's down. This actually gives PurpleCobras now a very good time to push, since the Demo Man is down. He's not going to be sticking enough choke, and they will be taking advantage of this, charging straight up through choke and wiping out most of the members of Vicious Gaming, with Lang and Dave's taken down. Big freaking idiot's going to attempt to get himself away, as he will be running back over towards lobby, grabbing the med, but mid, who has been taken over by PurpleCobras. Great counterattack. The moment Sheep went down, Cobras took advantage, putting VG over into a chokehold and running straight through them. That's good timing for them, realizing that the moment the demo was down, you push through choke. Vicious Gaming now simply watching their 4th point getting taken over, but now coming in with the counterattack. Dell with some good damage over on the Fresh, taking him down after his soldier softened him up a bit. Dell and Daniel getting themselves killed. Dave's going in for the forced Uber, manages to snag it. Good job by Dave's forcing the Uber on PurpleCobra's side, buying some time for his team. VG now looks like they're going to be attacked. That is very unwise of PurpleCobra, actually, unless they manage to actually get them. Oh, they're surrounded. Might work out for them in their favor. We'll see. The medic has been forced to Uber, so it is going to give about a 30% advantage for the PurpleCobra team. So as long as they use her Uber almost immediately after they manage to grab it, they should have the complete advantage upon entry of this last cap. But it depends almost entirely on their execution. PurpleCobra is going to be staying ready within the 2nd floor lobby as we have a spy here. Daniel coming in, most likely going to attempt a gank on that medic, and that will be a clutch gank. You see that spy Daniel getting himself away. He was caught though, so he won't be able to manage to get himself a kill. Most likely shouldn't even say spy. Was that 2 spies? No, it was just a lanky scout. So the spy attempt is gone. Everyone's spy checking for Cobra side. We see for reshooting corners. And Fresh dies immediately. Cobras does have their Uber. Oh, he forced the Uber. I didn't even realize that. VG was forced to use their Uber. Most likely Cobras will be waiting for Fresh to come back. But VG is now going to try and play aggressive on their own, and they will be pushing and forcing the Uber over on the Cobra side. They have to try and utilize this right now with the little time that's left on it. Lang switching himself over into a heavy weapons guy. Someone at the top of the cap, and Dell, Sheep, and Lang and managed to stack himself a couple of frags over the PurpleCobra team. And this is a good time for a counterattack. Half of PurpleCobra is dead. Everyone's up for Vicious Gaming. Make that 4 of them are now dead. Vicious Gaming should take advantage of the situation and start pushing up. Nothing left alive but the combo. Respawns are out for Cobras, but they most likely won't be able to make it to 4. Up here they are. Manson make it. Headshot by Fabri on the Dames. Was on top of the cap. Double headshot for Fabri, wiping out the spy area on the red side. Cobra getting punched in the face, but kind of just shake it off. They're going to just manage to still push in. Fabri sniping over onto the last cap. Dell is going to be counter-sniping over on the Vicious Gaming team. Fabri just going to be picking away at the sticky bombs on top of the cap, clearing them out, forcing the demo to replant them or just not notice that they're gone, but the demo is well aware. Forced Uber on VG's side, this big friggin' idiot is going to manage to rush straight in with his soldier. Lang getting a kill over on the cringe. But Cobra's most likely going to just go right through. Fabri getting taken down though by Daniel upon entry at the cap. And here comes the Uber push by Cobras. Now the single kill for them so far. As their Uber is now gone, the heavy weapons guy Lang manages to grab himself 2 kills. Flanked by Daniel. Great double kill by both of those players. Cobra gets wiped, and it's going to be an attack for the 4th cap. Vicious Gaming defense shown that it's just been impenetrable for the PurpleCobra team. But this sniper from Fabri, that is what is really wrecking them during their push outwards. 3 kills for him so far within the spy area, finally focused down by both Daniel and Daves, and the 4th cap will be taken over by Vicious Gaming. Dave's rocket jumping himself back on top of the cap. Go for the air rocket over on the Gabor and wipes him off of the cap. Sheep with a 2nd kill over on the Fresh, and Lang grabs a domination over on the Gabor. So far, so fast the game is going, as half of the Cobra team was wiped out within that single push. Vicious Gaming going to come into this bull charge of a counterattack, straight up pushing into the midpoint, shelling over into Blue House, keeping everybody inside of there, and easily snagging over the midpoint with their entire team showing presence. We have a Devilman attempting a forced Uber. He actually does get the Uber forced over onto Vicious Gaming's side. At least the big friggin' idiot didn't show off his name and get himself killed there. Fabri going in for the attack over the Dell, taking him down with no damage taken whatsoever. We have a push coming in through the blue team choke. Fabri and Daniels both dead. Cringe killed in return as he managed to snag the kill over to Daniels, killed by Lang right after. Fresh chucking a demo straight through the air, or the sticky jump. Looks like Cobra's going to manage a successful counterattack at the midpoint, snagging it down with very few people, not their entire team. A couple of members died. Trying to get into mid. Fresh going to come back over to the midpoint. Manages to get there just after the cap. Oh, sorry, Fresh. No cap points for you. Cobra Uber is still ready, but I believe they might be counterattack coming in from the red house. Not sure about that, but we definitely have a scout one-on-one fight coming in from Valley and Dell with a 2-shot over on the cringe. Both Ubers now being popped over within choke. That is one fancy-looking medic. Cobra and Fresh getting themselves killed. Half of Cobra's dead. McGurk is getting himself sandwiched. And Daniel and Sheep sandwiching and Turks McGurk, taking him out. And good counterattack being pulled in by Vicious Gaming, completely surrounding the Cobra team. As Cobra's going to be losing mid. Big Uber advantage, too, just to mention, for Vicious Gaming. They're going to try and gank that medic, though, but Cringe gets himself wiped out. Febreze down as well. Both scouts getting themselves killed on Purple Cobra's side. Cobra is ganked by some unknown force. Daniel going to go for the kill on 40 Jam, snagging a kill onto him as he was taking a lot of damage from something over at mid. 50% Uber advantage over on Vicious Gaming's side as they're still playing a highly aggressive game here, considering they just managed to grab a foothold within this map. Second point going to be taken over in their favor, almost having Uber within 10%, and at this point they can honestly straight walk through the mid lobby, or the bottom lobby, and most likely take down that point. They're actually just going to go in through the side door. Uber now being popped. Sheep lobbing all those sticky bombs on top of the cap in case anyone is dumb enough to go near the area. Sheep get snagging that kill over the cringe. 40 Gem focus firing on the Sheep. Lang is out of ammo, trying to shoot whatever he can on top of the cap. Nothing but a soldier left. He's getting needled. And finally the cap was wiped out. Vicious Gaming with a second point here. 2-0 over the Purple Cobras. It's actually a very good game. I'm very fond of this game. This match that's happening, not the game in general. I've always loved the game, of course. Let's see what's going on over here within the game. Round 3. Watching Daniels here going in for the flank. Not going for the medic. No, we focus on the Gabor instead, which is a toss-up of a decision. I mean, it's important to take down the demo, of course. But that medic was open. Like, he was flat out open. Decided to dive right. I guess because he heard that he was lit. Alright, Dave's going to kill over the cringe. Mid-fight being won at the beginning. This time in favor of Cobra to start off. And Dave's actually almost got the gank over on the Turks McGurk, popping over Zuber, forcing it. As now Cobras is trying to get on top of the fourth point to take it down, but Sheep is lobbing him sticky bombs to the top of the cap to try and get him off successfully. Fresh getting himself taken down by Sheep. Lobbed off of the cap, dies to fall damage. Fabri getting chased down by Daniel. And it is just an aggressive push now being pulled in by Vicious Gaming. Cringe outflanking the flank that was being flanked by Dell. Haha. And now Cobra's going to go in for the kill, striking over onto the fourth cap. If possible, it's going to be dangerous. 40 Jam killed by some sticky mound by Sheep as Cringe is trying to get himself out of there. And was a one-on-one scout fight, but there were rockets coming down from above that kind of exploded him from Dave's. Turks McGurk extremely weak. Going to be attempted to be ganked, and Dave snags the kill over into Turks McGurk, who should have jumped to the left, buddy. Come on. Dave gets a double kill over at mid, taking on Fresh with that little gank that he managed to get over onto Turks McGurk. You guys and your names. Gabor getting himself killed as he attempted to do anything over at mid. Dell's going to go in for the cap back over at the 2, but it looks like he meets up with an enemy soldier, and he's definitely going to be in a good spot in this fight. Actually brings 40 Jam down to half health and just completely rips him out of the sky as he attempted to rocket jump himself away from the second point. Now we have Vicious Gaming in a very familiar position for them. Having Uber, having a man advantage, sitting inside the enemy base, staring at the last cap, and it looks like that they just might be able to push on the last with their entire team here. Oh look, the Uber's being popped. Let's see what kind of exciting, unpredictable action we're going to see here. And very unpredictable, actually. Lang is on top of the cap. No one's on it, no one's watching it! Lang snagging that cap away from a completely unaware Cobra team. I didn't expect that to happen. Vicious Gaming lost 2 members upon entry of that cap, and Lang simply ninjas the cap as an Ubered soldier nonetheless. Nobody noticed them? That's something right there. 3-0 so far in favor of Vicious Gaming. 12 minutes remaining within the half. Vicious Gaming at a half point. If they snag the next round, they will be switched on sides. Lang going in for the kill. Nice air rocket by Lang, snagging the kill over on the 40 Jam. popping him right out of the sky. Cringe going in for a flank, gets a kill, gets 2 kills, forces Lane to kill himself, and a lot of people are currently dead, as 4 members of Vicious Gaming are dead except for the medic, and everybody but the medic over on Cobra's side managed to die. A little lag coming in here from the Source TV, as now we're currently watching Vicious Gaming just gather themselves back up, get in the forward spawn, managed to be able to get themselves put back together over at mid. Cobras, I'm not sure what's going on through their heads right now, but they're definitely shaking after not only losing the second round, which is a round they should have had after being pushed in from 5 back to 1, but now getting straight up ninja cap because they just straight up weren't paying attention to the cap. They're probably a little morale hurt right now, but they cannot allow that to shake them, especially on choke. If they lose choke at this point, I believe that we're going to see them probably lose out on this round. Now we do have a soldier, not sure which one that is. I believe that's Dave's, trying to jump himself above choke to shell down on top of Cobra's medic. Game's going quiet. Oh, VG getting themselves a forced Uber. Here comes a counter Uber now by the Cobra team. Regardless of the counter Uber, it looks like that Vicious Gaming will manage to snag themselves a good couple of kills. Dave's going for gets the kill over the Turts. Actually, he didn't even need that second rocket. Turts just straight up fell to his death. Dave's straight up just calling him out. I think he actually did hit him with the second rocket there just before he got killed. Blasted out of the sky, dealt with a double kill. And Sheep following up over the kill over the Fresh. Great push by VG, regardless that they were forced their Uber. They also had their medic loss at the beginning, but they came back hard during that fight, especially with their scout Dell coming in with the flank. So again, even though VG was put into a bad situation, they managed to completely overcome the Purple Cobra team. So Purple managed to fail in a situation that they obviously shouldn't have. Uber is now ready for Vicious Gaming side, and that sentry is up, but nobody gives a damn. Lang pushing straight into the cap. Nice kill over on the Turtzmaker, shooting him straight up into the air and going in for the strike. Lang going in with the pickaxe. Can he snag it? Gets the kill over in the Gabor. Sticky bombs by Sheep. Entire Cobra teams is babies, as the 4-0 score is being shown by Vicious Gaming. Sides are going to be switched right now, with Vicious Gaming now going to be playing on blue, Purple Cobras on the red team, and we're currently watching ourselves kind of a stomp. I got another shout out. That's from Thexor, saying, "Happy birthday, bitch." Thank you. Bick saying, "Shout out to Bick. I am Bick and I am MVP." Also, shout out to Leo's neighbor. Remember to use protection. She does, don't worry. Crit Monkey says, shout out to Pancakes for being so damn delicious. Agreed. And who else? Last one from Conflict. Shout out to Adam Sessler for putting a Second Nature Kevin during Super Street Fighter 4. Oh yeah, that was terrible. I think we're live. Pretty sure we're live. Yeah, we're totally live. Possibly the last round of the half. We're gonna see though. Ooh. Big friggin' idiot getting himself dominated at the beginning of this game. Ganked right off the bat, and VG losing half of their team. However, we got 5 men down over on Purple Cobra side. VG still coming out ahead of this game, even though they lost their medic and a soldier off the bat.
$50,000 on the line, guys.
Thank you, idiot. Even though they lost a combo straight up off the bat, Cobra lost that fight. Vicious Gaming going to come in, not going to have an Uber advantage at all, but they're at least going to manage to snag themselves mid. And then you guys thought that, it was just weird. You guys thought that VG was losing that fight at the beginning. Dell's snagging a gank away from Daniel, getting a kill over on the Fresh. Fabri down as well. We have 2 men down over on Cobra's side. Still, the aggressor, Vicious Gaming, is attempting to take over the 4th point. 40 Jam, realizing that he is now completely completely surrounded by the enemy team. There's a scout coming in from Bats. There's a demo man over on the cap. And this is... Oh, he is completely sandwiched. Oh, Daniel's looking straight at that medic. He's deadly. We might see a medic kill over here. Cobra might be getting taken down. Look how fancy this guy is. The only thing he's missing is a badge on his chest. Oh, wait, he can't wear the badge. He has the mask on. Well, except they actually added a second item slot, so they totally could have the badge, now that I think about it, along with the mask. And we have a paused game right now. I was watching the freeze action that's happening within the game. Sticky bomb being lobbed on top of the cap. That cap is definitely going to be taken over in favor of Vicious Gaming. That rocket is pretty much heading straight into that demo, or at least for splash damage. And if that medic is gonna run on instinct, he's most likely going to run backwards into that rocket and get ripped up by a scout. So it looks like this medic, Turch McGurk, yeah, he's screwed. And we are going to see a big advantage coming in for Vicious Gaming. Now, I just wonder how this game is going to end. Either we're watching ourselves some killer lag, or we are going to see somebody get dominated. Or the best pause in the world. Anyway, the game is unpaused. The medic does eat the rocket, but he doesn't get killed by the scout. Oh, come on. That was close. That was super close. That was, like, he should have had that. He should have had that. Turch McGurk survives the fight, laying over the Gabor. Turch McGurk actually gets ganked by Daves. Guess he didn't even need that scout. 4 members of Cobras are now taken down. Cobras only having 2 members remaining. 40 Jam and Fabri. Respawn coming in from Cringe. 4th point was not taken over by Vicious Gaming, as that was just the Source TV playing tricks on me, sadly. I fully believe that we're still going to be watching a completely one-sided matchup, as, you know, the first half was done in 20 minutes in favor of Vicious Gaming. Cringe having himself the time of his life on that tower. Popping some pistol shots. Not a cool guy using a Luger, of course. Only super cool guys use Lugers. Popping some shots over at Lang. Lang kind of ignoring it. Dell starts off over to Fabri. Killed and returned by Fresh. Uber being popped in by Vicious Gaming, being forced. Cringe eats a straight up rocket, but Lang misses every shotgun shot after that on well, easily was an easy kill for him. 3 members of Cobra, very, very weak. 40 Jam and Cringe are very low, except Cringe gets himself topped off immediately. 40 Jam nowhere to be seen, and Sheep straight up running onto the battlement. Didn't realize that there was a medic that he could have killed there, and actually got an accidental pill onto him. Big friggin' idiot getting himself killed by not sure who, really. The name scrolled across already. And Cobra's going to be set on the counterattack. Turch McGurk surviving that fight. Dell coming onto the cap to attempt to do nothing because he gets killed immediately by a soldier and a scout from Cobra's side. And Cobra feeling comfortable now. Now they're actually attacking, pushing back out over on the 2. Up, here we go. That's what the pause was. Fabri catching eye of a soldier that was jumping in behind him. That was Daves. He gets himself killed. Now Cobra, little unfamiliar territory for them. You know, Uber advantage, man advantage inside the enemy base's team. Kind of sounds like a repeated word that I'm saying, yeah, because I just said that about Vicious Gaming, but now Cobra doing the same thing. Oh, big friggin' yes, he gets rocked by 40 Jam. 40 Jam with 2 over on the lane. Daniel attempted to survive on top of the cap, spraying everywhere, and Cobra gets ripped! Just absolutely torn apart! Regardless of Vicious Gaming losing a soldier and a medic off the bat, there was just a heavy weapons guy spraying towards him. There were Sheep sticky bombs, and Daves is hunting that medic. He is now a hound dog. He's straight up going for him. Let's actually make him like a police dog, going right for the throat. But he gets killed by Cringe. Even police dogs can be put down by man. Quite easily, actually.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Second point getting taken back in favor of Cobra. Vicious Gaming not going to attempt to do much about it. Daniel going super spy mode. Second time during the match. Let's see if he can get himself a gank on Turch McGurk. Very important kill for him right now. Oh, they're completely unaware from him. He's going in. Oh, getting some slashes. Use the pistol. Get the headshot. Do something. Oh, couldn't finish the job over in the turrets. If he got that headshot, he could have gotten it. He's going to manage to get himself away. Most likely he's just going to respawn his class. Yeah, he's going to go back to scout, back over at mid. Or not mid, last. Look at this dude. Sure, there's a large tower of hats on a couple of people here. Jeez. Back over to the game. Hey, Gabor gets himself torn up by pills and roquettes. Now Cobras trying to defend their second point. It's actually being taken over by a scout. That was Dell. He was killed. We have the move coming in from Cobra. Oh, 40 Jam was out of ammo. He had the enemy medic in his eye, and he had no ammo left. 40 Jam going for the kill over the soldier. Shot off of the cap. Now very weak. Trying to get himself away. Pulling himself over into back to his friendly medic. Kind of close for him. Almost died there. Second point being taken back in favor of ViciousGaming. 40 Jam getting himself shot back up into the sky. Still going to be healthy. Medic is just on him. You called it out there, Thexor. They failed the attack, but they aced on the retreat. Yeah, they totally did. Cringe going in for the kill. Fails. Daniel taking him down. Dave's following up over the fresh. Nice bait. Well, pretty much good teamwork by Dave, saving his scout's life there. Midpoint going to be taken back in favor of ViciousGaming as they are pulling the same thing that they were doing in the second round, coming back hard in this match. Real hard here, actually. All the way from last, taken back over 2 and mid. And they're going to be pushing out with a big advantage over the Cobra team. Game is now currently just a little quiet. And Fresh getting himself ganked right inside the red house. It looks like Daniel's going to meet himself up with an enemy scout back over into the Valley Bridge. Sees that the combo's on Gray Bridge. Cobra forced to pop over the Uber. Both teams are actually using their Uber sheep down. Daniel going for the flank. Let's see if he can manage this. Watching and see if he can go behind the enemy team's medic. They're unaware that he's there. Daniel going in for the kill. The medic is open. Snags the kill over the Turks McGurk. Medic down for Team Cobra. Midpoint was attempted to be taken over by Fabri. Fabri going in for the kill. The medic, big friggin' idiot's taken down. Lane couldn't snag the kill over on the Fabri. Both medics are down. Now we just have a flat out brawl over on the midpoint. Cobra looks like they're going to be on the advantage. And the idiot looks like he's offended that he managed to get himself ganked by a scout. Cringe getting himself ripped up by both Sheep and Dell. But actually did manage to take the kill over on the Sheep just before dying. Daniel over onto Gabor. That cap was almost taken. Very close. Cobra almost managed to actually snag the cap over on the mid. Fabri over on the lane. I believe that was a spawn kill. ViciousGaming pushing back over into the Valley Bridge. Fabri getting himself two-shotted by Daniel. Daniel killed a return by Cringe. No real push happening here. Both teams attempting to field each other, getting themselves mediced up, getting their men all out there, all healed up. I got a shout out from the deli. Happy birthday. I'll be waiting in your bed when you're done working. Aww. Thank you, Andy. I love you too. Mwah. Back to the game. Choke is where the action will be as PurpleCobras is waiting on the defensive side at Choke. Watching all the shelling happening in this corner. Ooh, Gabor almost was taken down. They're going to go for the kill. Gabor was, even they called that he was lit, and they're going to go for the chase on him, trying to take him down. Force the Uber over onto Cobras. And now PurpleCobras trying to come back with the counterattack over in the ViciousGaming. Idiot actually almost got himself killed, very low in health. First getting kill over to Daniel. First very low, almost air rocketed out, but he's going to get chased down by Dell instead. Choke again. Action is still strong here. Let's see what the auto director has to say about the action. Well, it's actually going to be stuck on Dell for a second. He's just going to have to run away now. It doesn't want to go in the scout fight. No, I guess not. Actually, the auto director just doesn't feel like doing anything. Probably because there's no action actually happening. We're back to this moment of, let's just wait here at choke and see what happens. Fresh getting himself put very low in health. Lang gonna go for the kill. Oh, he hits his head in the wood. Too bad. Fabri taken down. Lang gonna go for the kill of the soldier. It's close. Can he snag it? He couldn't do it, but the Uber was forced. Daniel now on top of the cap. Actually manages to get the kill over in the cranes with the help from Dell, who flanked on him. Fourth cap was almost taken over. That medic looks like he's going to be hurt. Oh, very hurt. Turks McGurk flanked down by Lang. He was waiting inside the lobby. Double kill for Lang. That is a killer move for them right now. Full wipe in the Cobra team, except for Fabri, who's attempting to do anything. And the big friggin' idiot's on the last cap, taunting on the point. 5-0. Vicious Gaming winning over the PurpleCobras. Complete one-sided stomp. Great game, though. It was close on a lot of spots. But PurpleCobras has never managed to seal the deal on any of their advantages. Like, they actually did get very good pushes. They actually put Vicious Gaming onto the last cap twice. And they actually put them in a position where they should have lost twice. And they've even won mid in one of the fights where they should have absolutely dominated Vicious Gaming. But they never managed to successfully close the deal. Every time it was the same thing. Nobody is watching these scouts. There is a problem here. You are getting flanked. You are getting dove by Lang. It is not good for your team. Watch the skies. Watch behind you, folks. Then, you fellas, PurpleCobras. Then maybe you wouldn't have been stuck in third place. But congratulations to making it this far within the ESEA Open. We're going to have Vicious Gaming moving over into the Grand Finals against Team Nexzil, which should happen next week, as far as I guess. Anyway, you folks can tune in later this week, as this weekend will be the ESEA Invite LAN over in Texas live, and I'm not going to be there. I can't afford it, but I'm going to be broadcasting live from my comfortable studio in my own house and actually do some work. Going to be broadcasting TF2 for you guys. Thanks everybody for watching tonight's match, and remember, if you did not see it here, it of course was not ponage. Thank you.
This broadcast is property of Ponage TV and may not be reproduced or recreated in any way without the express written legal consent of Ponage TV. This broadcast is property of Ponage TV and may not be reproduced or recreated in any way without the express written legal consent of Ponage TV.